Hello everybody, sorry I was just going to get a drink now. Today we have a 6v6 in the TORC tournament, F1ABEEZ versus RWSRL Racing. I think we might be ready to go here nearly. Yeah, just have to go and get a drink at a minute, that's what I was not talking now. We are back and ready to go hopefully. I've got a couple now ready and up. Should be ready to go. Hopefully I don't have the same issue as what I had last week when I tried commentating a tournament race. I got disconnected like 10 laps into the race. Hopefully we'll get away with it this time. Okay, so it's a short qualifying here. I guess that's just because it's midweek. So just the one session. Okay, so for F1ABEEZ today we have Hypes, Off Westy, Lemons, Mighty Jew, Ramblorian, AVS Fan 96. And for the opposition today we have Extreme, DJ K Flux, James B, AJDR1, FTZ, WSL Cobalt, and Jensen Snow. No one's keen just yet. Oh, here we go. Got one coming out now. I think that's a car from each team actually. It might be show. There's outlap. Set the spectator seconds as well. These experienced boys should take cops flat out, no fear in them. Got quite a few out on an outlap now. So here comes Mighty Jew off a start to start the first lap of the session. This will be the time to beat, folks. Looking at strategies going into the race, it's quite a spread actually. 5 on mediums and the rest are all on softs. So just opposite strategies for them there then, I guess. And very nice from Mighty Jew here. Very clean coming out in and out of the corners. He's obviously practiced. And no Silverstone like the back of his hand. Using the curves very well. Mighty Jew sets a 1:27.5. Who is instantly behind? We have got Cobalt is set. Oh, a couple of lap times coming in now. Lemons very, very close to Mighty Jew there, but Cobalt goes 2/10 faster than both of them there. Oh, Ramblorian just misses out by about 100th of a second there. But these are only starter laps, aren't they? I'm sure these guys will go a lot faster than this once they get their head into the session here. Oh, we got yellow flags in sector 1 now. It's a bit odd, isn't it? No one seemed to go off. Maybe he just ran a bit wide. Anyone on flyers? Westy's about to set a time. Oh wow, there we go. 8 tenths quicker there nearly. And that's his first lap. Great lap from him. Gained a lot of time. James is coming round now. And James will go up into 2nd place there. Wesley set a great time there, 1:26.5, absolutely brilliant time for his first lap. Seems to be at a good advantage here. I think everyone's on in laps now, I think. James, yeah. Who's just coming around the... Yeah. That's everyone finished for now, I think. AVS fan maybe. I'm not. Is he just letting off or not? No, this is an in lap as well. Very nice from Maggots and Beckett's there. He's coming in. Anyone on hot laps? Anyone at all? Out lap. He's ran wide somewhere. Will he come in on that? Or yeah, he's coming in on that one. Look, DJ was moving out the way for him, but I don't think he realised that he had that lap time deleted. DJ just ran wide, I think. There is he, or was he on a previous offence? I'm not too sure there. Fastest first sector here for Extreme. We're going to stay with Extreme here, see what he can do in the 2nd sector. Very nice, look at that. I don't know what's happened here, he was on a hellish lap. He's just pulled out of it. He goes round as well. Maybe he's going to try it on this next one, maybe. Just over 8 minutes to go in this session now. I think Extreme is the newest out on track here, so He will be the next person to set a time, I believe. Everyone else is on outlaps, I think. But I don't think he's pushing, is he? Let's get the telemetry back up again. He's run out of fuel. He's running out of fuel anyway. Maybe he was trying to run his fuel load down a little bit to have the lightest possible car. I don't know, maybe. But the fuel light is blinking. I'm sure he's done his calculations on how much he needs to get around. Not looking bad at all for him here though. Up into third for Extreme. Very nice indeed. Who else have you got coming round? Outlap. Here comes Lemons. Can he improve? Looks like he does. Oh, brilliant lap from him. Up into P2. Just over a tenth off of Westy there. Extremely good lap there. Who else have we got coming round? Some more F1ABEEZ boys coming round here. Fast his first sector there for someone. I can't. It must have been the guy coming around Village there. But who else have we got coming in? James has just set the fastest lap of 1:26.4. Goes a tenth faster than off Westy there. Okay, what's on his out lap? Who else have we got? Mighty Jew's on his in lap. Who's coming into sector 3 now? Extreme again. I don't know whether I don't think he's pushing. I think he's running out of fuel. I think he's going to come in. I think he's pulled off to the side as well. Yeah, he comes in there. I don't know if Lemons is hitting another one or not here. No, he's coming in as well. The one person I wanted to switch to, I won't switch to. Here we go. Oh, he's on an outlap. Okay. Rambo's not up. I think this was his in lap. Yeah, it was. Who's coming across into Village now? Into Village? What am I on about? And across the line is Mighty Jew, and he goes up into P6, so he does improve. Everyone seems to be coming in now. Anyone on an outlap? Hypes is on an outlap. Where's Hypes? Hypes coming, is he? Yeah, he's just coming in. No, he's on his way out, sorry. I do apologise. No, he is on his way in. What am I on about? It's been a long day. Mighty G has lost that time, but I don't think he minds too much about that. Oh yeah, DJ K Flux has put it into the wall. I don't think he's got damage there. I'd imagine he stopped just in time. Him and Jensen are the only ones to not set lap times yet. So this is Jensen's first lap. See what he can do in sector 1. Fastest sector 1. Oof, that was very tight to be invalidated there. But I think he got away with it. So really using the curbs and cops there. Extra little bit of runoff. Can get more speed out the corner. Actually, all of the RWSRL lads are actually running lower fuel. I don't know whether they've just stayed out longer or not, but all of their lights are blinking on their fuel. lighter the better, I suppose. Here comes Jensen crossing the line. He goes 7th fastest. Where is Hypes? He's about to come round onto the hanger straight. Hypes has invalidated, unfortunately. He should get around once more though, I believe. Who have we got? Rambo's on an outlap. Who's in front of him? Who is in front? Jensen's on his in lap. I don't think he's pushing here. Wesley's coming out. He's about to try and get that P1 back. There's a big train of cars. All left the pit lane at the same time. Oh, they're spacing themselves out now. Westy, and I think who's behind James? Sorry, not Westy. Who is behind James? Who is the red car behind James? It is DJ Flux on his outlap. Catch up with Westy. He is coming around Max and Beckett's now. Lovely bit straight. Hype is actually on faster down in there. About 100th of a second. Here he comes across the line and he gets provisional pole again. I don't think anyone else can beat that, I don't think. Unless the people that cross the line now, there's a couple here actually. Some very quick laps. He's coming across the line. Trying to find... Cobalt comes across the line. He's actually a 6th, 10th. And he crosses in 10th. He has finished his session. Got another lad here. Crosses a 127, so he does not change. AJ drifts. Sorry. Again, like I said, it's been a long day. Took a while for me to get that one. Who have we got coming round? Mighty Jew's coming round. Low on fuel, which means he should be faster. Ooh. And he goes no faster. Did he invalidate? Oh no, that was his fastest lap. No. Anyone coming across, anyone changing. Oh. I think AJ just aborted that last lap. Who have we got? Rambo's 5 seconds up, so unfortunately he's not going to improve. Who else have we got? Wesley's already set the lap, they're all coming in now. We got... Can Cobalt go any faster? No, he cannot. So that is it for this session. So your pole sitter is Off Westy, followed by James B. And then Lemons is in P3, and P4 is Hypes, followed closely behind by AJ Drifts. Next up is Extreme. P7 is Mighty Jew. P8 is DJK Flux. P9 is Jensen Snow. P10 is Rambalorian. P11 is Cobalt. And who was last? AJS Fan 96 is last. I don't know if you saw the flicker of AIs added there. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I hope not. I think that was just a bit of a bug. But that is your lineup for the race. Only 2 people on mediums, Jensen Snow and Extreme. So we will have to wait and see how that strategy plays off for them in the race. I will just be back in a second. Nature calls. And we are back. So, of course, being a commentator, I don't get to see the weather forecast. All I can tell you, it looks very, very nice. Depending whether there's any rain or not. Just waiting on some players, I think, here to ready up. It's been a rather long time for it to ready up. I've just brought up the lineup for the grid. A couple in the chat wanted to see it. So off Westy is P1, James B P2, Lemons P3, Hypes P4, AJ Dress P5, and actually I'm going to have to stop it there because we are about to get underway. But there you go, you can have a look, see where the driver you're following is. But here we go. Starting off the formation lap here. Westy gets as much heat into those tyres as he necessarily needs, so he gets a great start from the front as James looks to try and maybe get him into turn 1. as they come around the last few corners of the formation lap here. 26 laps around Silverstone to decide this 6v6 TORC tournament race. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Looks to be a fairly standard start for the front two. James actually has the inside line, he's ahead of Westy into turn 1. Turn 1 is okay, clean for everyone now. Westy's looking at the outside of James already. Couple of position changes actually. Extreme loses 2 places, and Mighty Jew and DJ Flux has come up. Still a fairly close pack at the minute. As Rambo actually gets ahead, I'm going to come back now, see what's happening. Coming into Cop's corner. Rambo's dropped back. I don't know if he's got damage, but he is slowing quite a lot through Maggots there. He might have damage, does he? He's still got his front wing on. I don't know whether it's minor damage or not. I do not know. Yes, he has got damage. Rambo has got damage. He is pissing in the first lap. I don't know who he made contact with. He definitely didn't go off, so he must have got caught up in something. Wesley is desperately trying to get that place back on James. I believe they're both running the soft compound tyre. Yes, they are. Just check. There was 2 runners, wasn't there, that was running the mediums. Oh, there's actually quite a few more now, actually. Rambo's gone onto the hards. Fairly straightforward strategy for him now. Hopefully looking to stretch those hards out for as long as he can. AVS Fan and Extreme and also Jensen Snow are running the mediums. As off Westy actually sets a bit wide there, and oh dear, what has happened to Rambo? He's gone off again. Maybe some connection issues there, maybe, I'm not too sure. For some reason we haven't got any interval timings, so that's a great help. Hopefully if they come across the line, yeah, there we go, we'll get it back again. Mighty Jew is very close behind Cobalt here. Very, very close, almost pushing him around the corner. DRS is enabled and Mighty Jew might have a go at Cobalt here. But Cobalt also has DRS from Jensen Snow, and it's very close. Coming down the straight towards Cops. Does he try and move here? No, he does not. He does not do a Hamilton dive the inside of Cops. Any other close battles? Off Westy is actually very close to James again. Now he has DRS going down. Will he make a move? Ooh. James covers the inside. think he's done just enough there. Very, very close still though, as they come into the club's corner. We're going to stick with the leaders. I can see Mighty Jew is about 3 attempts behind Cobalt, but for now we're going to stick with the leaders because they will be chancing an overtake before Mighty Jew does. Here comes the DRS advantage for F1ABEEZ again. It's not enough for him there. Pipes is catching up with Lemons there as well. Yellows who's gone off. Looks to be all okay now. F1ABEEZ has the DRS on James again. Just not enough. Needed another like 100 metres of straight and he would have had him. Cobalt actually overtakes Jensen there. Jensen's sticking with him though. Very close now. I think they might be side by side here. Oh, they're not. They are very, very close. Cobalt actually lets Jensen pass there, I think. I don't think he ran wide like that by accident. I think that was a purposeful running wide there. Very close together. Might you just stuck in a sandwich here? Might you will have the DRS advantage on Jensen in the next DRS zone, which is towards the end of sector 2, the beginning of sector 3 there. So we will definitely come back to them in a minute, but the pack has sort of split in two here. Was it P5 to I think, sorry, P1 to about P5, and then P5 backwards to DJK and P10. So there's 5 cars in one train, 5 cars in another. Unfortunately, Rambo obviously making that early stop, getting that damage on that one. And here comes F1ABEEZ on James, makes the move stick. James, see if James can keep up with him here. F1ABEEZ sets the fastest lap with 1:29.3. Mighty Jew is very close here behind Jensen. Oh, Jensen's gone off. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's just he must have saved it, but it did look like he was spinning there, but he's obviously saved it. Well done him. Could have been very costly. Mighty Jew has gained a place on Extreme. I think they might have just been switching back from the inside to the outside there. James is keeping up with F1ABEEZ up front. Extreme and Mighty Jew are battling it out here. Ooh, he was very close to pushing Mighty Jew there up the bum. Is he going to try and make a move? Into Maggots and Beckett's they go. Extreme had to actually tap on the brake a little bit there. Mighty Jew let off a little bit there and Extreme nearly went up the back of him again. But here comes Extreme. He should make an easy pass to this with DRS advantage. Around the outside. He just kept it and made it stick. Very nice move from Extreme on Mighty Jew there. Jensen is very close up behind the two of them as well though. There's so much action. F1ABEEZ is still 2 attempts behind James, but that's a fairly nice distance there. Cobalt is right up the back of Jensen again. trying to use as much of that slipstream as he can, but what he has got to be careful of is maybe getting those tyres too hot. He's let off a little bit now by the look of it. I'm going to go back up to off West to see what he can do, as he is the closest at the minute. But as I say, that Cobalt then goes closest to Jensen, but we haven't seen these guys much, and they are our leaders, so. Maybe those soft tyres might be going off a little bit here. What do they last? Maybe 10 or 12 laps maybe of normal racing, but James and Off West have been battling it out. Obviously we can't see tyre wear, unfortunately. We can't see it until it's too late and they've either gone off or they've hit a wall. Currently the train is very, very close together with Hypes and AJ coming down the pit straight there. Let's look at position changes since the start. Rambo's gone down too. Obviously James and Off Westy have switched places. But here comes... Oh, and race control. Cobalt's got 3 second time penalty. I'm guessing that's for corner cut in there, or track limits. This train is getting ever so close to each other. So as it stands, P3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 haven't changed position. After that little battle with Extreme and Mighty Jew and Jensen as well. They haven't changed there. Jensen is gaining on Mighty Jew again here. Maybe Mighty Jew's a little bit slower through Maddox and Beckett's than Jensen is. But then Mighty Jew gains that time again later on the lap. And AJ comes into the pits. I'm guessing he is a soft runner. Yes, he is. 7 laps old and he wants the mediums now. Or maybe he might even go for the hards here. We'll have to see. Off West is gained on James again. I'm guessing that's just through DRS advantage. See, AJ has gone onto the medium comp. West is caught right up to James now. I think one nice straight of the DRS and he might have him. Lemons is actually in DRS of Off Westy as well here. And then Hypes is as well, so the first 4 cars are very, very close together. Jensen's also gaining on Mighty Jew. Look to see that lap go down, interval go down there as they go through Maddox and Beckett's. Yeah. Here comes Off Westy with DRS, just not enough again. They'll stay with him. Will he make a move? We need all of the F1ABEEZ boys diving into the pits. We'll see what they must all come out on mediums, you'd imagine. Quite a few are coming into the pits now actually. The window is very much open. Cobalt's got a 5 second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Very unfortunate, maybe he was watching something and the line come up and snuck up on him there. James is looking to stay out on these soft tyres, 9 lap old softs. Yeah, everyone that has pitted have now come out onto medium compound. Rambo is the only one on the hards. Rambo just comes through maggots there. I'd imagine James is on his in-lap here, ready to come in and pit and get rid of those soft compound tyres. Got some medium runners off the start though. Extreme, Jensen and F1ABEEZ fan 96. Oh, and we've got someone gone off. Oh, and Mighty Jew has spun it on those mediums. Just out of pits, the mediums are too fresh, maybe. Will James dive into the pits? He has got a... What has he got? He has got a 10, 21, 22... He's got about a 29-second advantage of off Westy here, and he has dived into the pits. What about the boys behind? No, they're staying out. But they are the medium runners, so that would make sense. Aaron. Let's see where off Westy, see if he can catch up to James in the pits, maybe. Has James is now moving down the pit lane with the limiter on. Will they get out in front? Has the undercut worked for off Westy here? I don't think it has. No, it has not. It has not worked for him, but he's still very, very close. So he's maybe lost maybe half a second there in the pit stop window. Let's get rid of these tyre details now. So yet to stop is Extreme Jensen and AVS. That is obviously their medium runners. So they will be probably looking to stop maybe from the 18th lap to maybe the 22nd if they can keep the softs with enough grip. Oh dear, and who's that behind? Drifts has hit the wall, but I'm not sure whether damage is on here. Well, maybe a minor bit of damage there on the wing, but he hit that fairly hard, I believe. So he must have got over that, but that is not good for AJ Drifts. That means he will have to box again, which is unfortunate for him because he's literally just changed onto those mediums as Cobalt goes past him there. Off Westy's gained a couple of seconds on James B here. Another fastest lap on the mediums for off Westy there, very nice. Yeah, and AJ pits, of course. Oh, and he hits a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is very unfortunate. Getting worse and worse for him here. It'll be interesting to see whether the mediums off the start strategy works better than the softs off the start. We will find out later on, but of course James and off Westy are on fresher tyres than the first three, so they will be looking to catch up with her now. Lemons is very close to Hypes. I've actually lost a bit of time there as I've said that. Off Westy coming through Max and Beckett's looking to close the gap on James B, ready to get into this DRS zone. Will he be able to get in? I don't think so. Definitely close the gap though. DRS zone number 1, he might have him. So let's have a look at the gap to the leader. So James and off Westy will go back to P1 and P2 as it stands, with them being only about 20 or 19 seconds behind P1. I believe it's about 26 or 27 seconds lost in the pit lane here. Don't hold me on that, but it is an average. Lemons will be very close to Extreme, so hopefully Extreme and Jensen may come out in clean air, or they might just come in behind Lemons there. We will have to wait and see on that. Let's change that back to interval. Oh, Westy's still very, very close to James, as it has been all race. He's been less than a second behind him all race. Hypes has dropped off of Westy though. We can conserving those tyres to the end of the race. Here comes the DRS for off Westy on James. I think he's lost a bit of time, so I don't think he's going to get him again. I think it's just not quite enough straight for him once again. Oh, and James has actually caught up to ABS fan very well here. So now James will be getting DRS off of ABS fan. Maybe he might let him go, I'm not too sure, but he is a medium runner, so James has done very well and also off Westy to catch up. When he looks at the inside, switches to the outside on. Ooh, that's tight. Oh, and they touch. Off Westy and ABS fan touch there. Hopefully there's no damage for off Westy there. That would be a big, big shame. Let's see if he has any damage. I hope not. That would be a real, real shame for off Westy. He has lost a bit of time there due to that. ABS fan getting in the way, but he wasn't a back marker, so he could race it. Just had DRS as well for off Westy. Hopefully he can gain a bit of time and get him in the next straight. Because James will not have any DRS now for a long, long time. May not get any more left of the race now. If he oh, and Extreme has gone into the pits. Jensen has not. Jensen has stayed out again, so he is looking for the overcut. Here comes James down the main straight. Fastest last sector. Oof. Extreme has dropped down right down to 7th. Wow. So the medium strategy did not work as well as they may have hoped. But they have come out on fresher tyres, and I guess he's on softs now, is he? Is he on softs? Yes, he is. So he will be on the racier tyre towards the end of this race, but he has got to try and make them last for 11 laps or so. Such a shame for off Westy. I'm guessing he hasn't got damage because he stayed out. And he's took cops flat out, and you can't do that with damage, so that is very lucky for off Westy. But hopefully he can gain this time back on James. Westy's got some support in the chat. Really hope he can get back to where he was fighting with James. Give us some good action in the last couple of laps. What sort of ERS has James got? He's got 49%, and Westy's using all that ERS to try and catch up with him. Lemons is very up, well, he's within a second of Hypes now as well. That is the closest gap at the minute. Lemons to Hypes. Extreme is gaining on ABS fan here. ABS fan on those older mediums. And Extreme goes around the outside. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Very nice move there from the outside for Extreme. I guess ABS fan has to pit at this stage on this lap now. Those mediums are just getting too old. And if he doesn't pit soon, he will end up being last, unfortunately. DRS for Lemons on Hypes here. Again, that straight just doesn't seem to be long enough for anyone here today. Cut the gap down to 4 tenths though. And Jensen has pitted and he's back out there. And ABS has gone into pits like I said he would after losing that position to, I believe, Extreme. Off Westy and James are back at P1 and P2. Off Westy has lost a lot of time to James here. Maybe James is starting to run away with it. Lemons has gained a penalty as well. I'm guessing that is a 3-second penalty. Incidents. A lot of incidents, believe it or not. Yeah, multiple warnings, 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits for F1ABEEZ Lemons there. Better get his foot down, otherwise he will be losing. Oh, and AJ Drifts gets another 3-second penalty. What are the penalties looking like now? 11 seconds for AJ Drifts, 3 for Rambo, 5 for ABS Fan, 8 for Cobalt, and 3 for Lemons. Lemons is still keeping up with Hypes, as there's 9 laps to go. Cobalt gets another 3-second penalty. The gap seems to be getting bigger and bigger for Off Westy in between him and James. Maybe James is pushing his tyres a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but we will have to see towards the end of the race whether James can keep this pace up. Those mediums should last him, I'd imagine. How old are those mediums is a good question. They are, well, they're both 7. James is 6 laps old, Off Westy is 7. Off Westy lost a lot of time when he had to go try and get past ABS Fan. Unfortunately they met just at the end of sector 1 in that tight chicane. Bit annoying, but what can you do? ABS Fan did nothing wrong, just happened as it was. Someone on older tyres. Westy's only got 3% ERS now, gaining a little bit through maggots there, but James has done excellent with his ERS usage. He's still on 44%. It's going to be hard for Off Westy to keep this back now. The only thing Off Westy can hope for is maybe James's tyres going off a bit towards the end. Got a bit of a train going on once again between P3, 4 and 5. F1ABEEZ Lemons trying to keep up the Hypes, but here comes Extreme, maybe on F1ABEEZ Lemons. Will he get in? May do on the straight with the ERS advantage. Oh yes, he's definitely gaining on Lemons here. Nearly push. Oh, was there contact there? I think there was. No bodywork come off though, so hopefully should be okay. Here comes DRS for Extreme. He's 1 tenth behind Lemons, but Lemons has also got the DRS on his Hypes, which is a bit of a saving grace for him. As they come round, does Extreme look down the inside? No, he doesn't. Oh, and he goes for it on the inside. He makes that stake very nice indeed. But does Lemons look back to try and do it around the outside? Around the outside of Cops here, actually. Sorry, got a bit disorientated where we were there. Lemons is going to try and keep up with him here. 76% ERS for Lemons here. Oh, and someone's gone off. AJ Drifts has gone off. Back to Lemons and Extreme. Hypes is doing very well to try and block off Extreme, which means Lemons can get back into it. Hypes covers the inside. Extreme looks for the switch. Now looks to go around the outside. Oh, and Lemons goes for it around the inside. Oh, and he does clip wheels there with Extreme. Luckily there was no lasting effect of that, other than Lemons actually dropping back a bit there. Extreme still looks to be in the hunt for Hypes here. Can Hypes hold him up anymore? Oh, and Extreme goes round the inside. And he gets past Hypes, but does Hypes... Oh, Hypes is very, very close. Inside the cops. Oh dear. Back out, lads. And he backs out and just tucks in behind Hypes there. But then coming into Maggots and Beckett's, they're looking at each other again. Hypes is still ahead though. Lemons is slowly gaining as well. Extreme seems to be pushing him round there. DRS now. We're going to watch from Lemons' point of view actually, because this will be wrong way. And Lemons goes up the inside to both of them. Wow, what a move. He may have forced Extreme wide there a little bit. And then he gets a 3-second penalty. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, I believe that was... Yeah, Extreme's back again now. I don't know what penalty Extreme got then. I think it was a 3-second one. Detail. Penalties. Oh, they're both on 3 seconds. So, officially, they may be dropping back to 6th here. 5th and 6th. We'll have to find out at the end of the race. Off West is dropped off of James now. James has still got a very nice amount of ERS. Hypes and Lemons are using each other here to try and get back into striking distance of Extreme. Sector 1 and 2. Caution. Some odd fucking red flag, yellow flags here. Lemons and Hypes are very, very close together, and Lemons is still keeping up with Extreme. Amber Rolling gets another penalty. And here comes Lemons on the insides of Extreme. Makes the move stick. Very nice move from Lemons there. Lemons moves up into the final podium place. Oh, and Extreme goes on the inside and forces Lemons off the track. I don't know whether there is a student between the two teams after this, but these two have not been very nice to each other at all. I'm going to change camera, and here comes Lemons on the inside. Very nice, but does Extreme get the advantage? Yes, he does. Takes the inside line, but the DRS here from Lemons should whiz past him once again. Here he comes. Easy as you like with that DRS advantage, an extra 12 or 13 miles per hour additional compared to the driver in front. Extreme is now looking to maybe even defend against Hypes here as they come down the straight towards Cops. Can Hypes keep up with them? That is the question. Very clean through there. He has gained on him. Hypes is now pushing. Oh, that was very close. Just so happened we were on the front wing camera there. F1ABEEZ, Lemons and Extreme are racing each other here because they're both on equal amount of penalties. So this will mean whoever will come 5th or 6th in terms of once these penalties are added on at the end of the race. But here comes Extreme with DRS. Does he keep it? No, he does not. He backs up. Oh, he's going on the inside. Cameras keep changing. Oh, going the wrong way now. Dear oh dear. That's the button I wanted to press. Lemon stays ahead. as they come round there, heading down the straight again towards Cops. Oh, that's very close indeed there between the two of them. Hypes, such a close battle here. Off-West is again just come off a bit slower against James today. I think maybe that, and maybe he's got damage maybe from the little tussle with ABS fan, which is not good. But Extreme goes down the inside of Lemons. Can Lemons fight that back, going into the next braking zone? He's going to stick with him behind. It's the last 2 laps of the race. Hypes is looking for a P3 finish here. Oh, and Mighty Jew gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Mighty Jew looked very quick coming into this race and qualifying. Maybe the strategy just let him down a little bit today, but looking at this battle now between Extreme, Lemons and Hypes, and actually Jensen Snow has joined in on the fun. He is in on it as well. So now those people that are got the 3-second penalty, Extreme and Lemons, might be dropping down even further. Hypes is gaining on Lemons once again. Oh, why does they have to change the camera? Dear oh dear. And the DRS now for Hypes and Lemons. On Extreme, will they be able to make a move? We're going to look at this camera. Here comes Hypes on Lemons. Here he comes. Made it stick. Almost looked for a double move there and looked to try and get Extreme as well. Lemons, I think, may have just let him get past there because he knew that he wasn't racing him necessarily anymore. AJ Drift sets the fastest lap of the race. Hypes is now gaining on Extreme. Oh dear, an Extreme has spun. He has spun coming out of the corner there. Oh, and he spun again. His tyres must be hot now from that spin, and he's retired on track. Don't know whether that's going to have any implications for him there or not. Oh dear me. So unlucky from Extreme there. Had an excellent race with Lemons. But Hypes moves up into P3. I don't think that's going to bring out a safety car, is it, maybe? Is he on track? I don't think he is. No, he's off. Okay, that's a good job. That's very lucky. That would have ruined our bit of action then. Lemons has dropped back and Jensen's gone ahead of Lemons there. I think that was in that last DRS zone. Coming into the last lap now. Off Westy, unfortunately, has just not brought it today. 6 seconds off of James now. I think he must have damage, maybe a minor bit of damage, just causing him to. Now is Jensen going to try and get that last P3 spot off of Hypes here with a DRS advantage? I keep pressing the RT instead of RB to change the camera, but it keeps changing it back. Oh, and Hypes runs a little bit wide. DJ Flux gets overtaken by Cobalt there. But Cobalt has all those penalties, so DJ will soon move back up again, so I shouldn't think he'll worry too much about that. Jensen's lost a little bit of time on Hypes though. He's gaining with that DRS. That was the last DRS zone, so hopefully Hypes keeps it together here in the last couple of corners. as James takes it at the line. Great race from him. Oh, and he's pushing it around the last few corners. Could be tight. Oh, and Jensen gets a penalty anyway. Oh dear. What a shame. So we have James in P1, Off Westy in P2, Hypes in P3, Jensen Snow in P4, F1ABEEZ Lemons in P5 after his penalty deductions. P6 goes to DJK Flux, Mighty Jew takes 7th, Cobalt takes 8th, ABS Fan takes 9th, AJ Drifts takes 10th, although have they finished yet? Yeah, they all have finished. So. For some reason ABS Fan penalty flag still comes up on the screen and doesn't have the checkered, but AJ is in 10th. Rambalorian, after his contact on the first lap, stays in last place, unfortunately. Just the hards wasn't the greatest of this. Wasn't his fault, was it? But unfortunately the hards just couldn't keep up with the softer compounds, lost a lot of time. He did almost catch up with them. Jensen got driver of the day. But that is a very, very exciting race finished. And now we have the podium celebrations. Very, very good race from James there. Be interesting to know if Westy got any damage or not. But as it finished, AJ Drifts got the fastest lap of 1:27.4. Very, very quick from him, actually. Very quick. Almost 5 tenths, I believe. 5 tenths off of second place. I think James got the second fastest lap there. Very good. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the action here today. And hopefully we all look forward to the next one. I don't know when that is, unfortunately, but thank you very much for watching this tournament race between RWSRL and F1ABEEZ in the TORC tournament, and we will hope to see you again soon next time.